So there are two experiences that I've had teaching grammar that I wanted to talk about. One is when I was tutoring a man who was in Montgomery College in his 30s, and he was trying to pass a class that he had failed already once and was not doing well again. And it was a writing class, grammar class for ESOL students at Montgomery College. And with him, I was able, because we were one-on-one, I think, and also because of in terms of what he was learning passive voice, and because it was just tutoring, it was more, I think, more in my control, and so I focused the teaching on the things that he was struggling with. I was able to um, relate with him, see the work that he had been doing in class, and also seeing from giving him examples of trying to see what he was struggling with and adapt for that. So we did a lot. I made up some exercises on passive voice, trying to use some things that would be interesting to him. And we practiced writing a lot using passive voice and switching from passive to non-passive. Right now I'm teaching in high school, and that's more of a curriculum, and I'm interning, so I'm in someone else's classroom. And so I feel like I have to follow what they're doing, and they use just a basic grammar book, and it's ninth grade English language proficiency. It's a level 2 class, so they're sort of medium proficiency, medium to high proficiency levels, and it's for a grammar, it's a good, I think, a very good textbook, but from the readings this week, especially Frodesen, I realized that it's just we're just throwing terms at these kids and giving them sentences completely out of context, and every day it's something different. And the teacher just wants things to keep moving because they have to be tested on it at the end, and so they have to cover the whole curriculum. And I can sense that these kids are not getting a lot of it. Just from doing the exercises with them, they get some, they don't get some, but we just keep plowing through. And after reading again, I really like the Frodesen article. I like the idea of incorporating it with reading. In the high school, they have separate literature and composition class and grammar language development classes. So the language development class is focused mainly on grammar, and the literature and composition is reading and writing. And they do a lot of essays that are based on the readings that they're doing in the composition class. But I really like the idea of combining it, making it more authentic for the kids to incorporate it into things that they're going to be asked to do. And because I teach both of those classes, I can see that across the board it doesn't always make sense to them. You can teach them something in grammar and it doesn't always carry through with their composition. And a lot of times in the composition we're not grading for that particular skill, so it never really gets covered. And I can see how integrating the two would be a much better approach. So that's something I'm hoping to carry into classroom myself, is if I do have to, even if I have to teach a separate grammar course, if we are doing, I've been doing present perfect and simple past with them, it would be really great to find a poem or a short story, or some things that they can relate to and teach them through that. Have them do their own authentic writing. I did one lesson where we talked about traveling and they wrote postcards to each other, and they really enjoyed that, and I think it was more meaningful to them, and hopefully the language part of it stuck more because they were more engaged. So how you choose, I think in public school it's chosen for you. You're given a curriculum and you have to cover it, and the kids are tested on it. So the only thing I can think that you can do to improve it is if in your classroom they allow you to integrate, be creative in the way that you teach it. If you don't have to use the book, or if you use the book as a spine, and then give them their own exercises that are more based on something more interesting. So that's it. Thank you. Bye.